time to unplug the outrage machine, reject the politics of personality, and cast aside the conspiracy theories and the rage. It's time to turn back from the edge of darkness and return to the ideals that have long been our guiding light.
Just to emphasize, that gentleman is a Republican member of Congress, Adam Kinzinger. He's siding with the Democrats who want Marjorie Taylor Greene removed from her committee assignments. That would be education and budget. House Democrats filed that resolution today that would strip the QAnon Congresswoman of those assignments if Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy doesn't do so himself. This after Mitch McConnell seemingly noticed the damage this was doing to his party and denounced her in a statement. Back with us tonight to talk about all of it, Tim Miller, a contributor to The Bulwark and the former communications director for Jeb Bush, and David Plouffe, former Obama campaign manager and senior advisor to President Obama, also happens to be on the board of directors of the Obama Foundation. Hey, Tim, I thought of you tonight when I read this from Bill Kristol. He writes about tonight's statement by McConnell, classic McConnell, at once true and disingenuous, a clever way to please donors while paying no price, avoids taking on Trump, but tough on a first-termer. But most amusing is that it's such a knifing of McCarthy. Now the only question from the media, will Kevin show leadership a la Mitch? And Tim, I guess the question to you is, what will that walking profile encourage Kevin McCarthy do you think?
I'm hoping for that Jerry Maguire clip again, Brian. I'm trying to live up to Bill's cleverness here at the Bulwark, but he sets a high bar, and he's exactly right. Look, McCarthy is in a horrible position of his own making. And it's not as if we could feel bad for Kevin McCarthy. He absolutely made his bed here. He's going to have to lie in it. But he has a House caucus that the majority of them are more aligned with Marjorie Taylor Greene than with Adam Kinzinger. I wrote this morning for Rolling Stone about those 10 brave Republicans that voted for impeachment and what their mindset is. And Kinzinger is the one who's the most ready to fight. He's the most ready to punch back at the Taylor Greenes and the Paul Gosars and, the Lauren Boeberts. Some of the other ones just aren't sure. They don't think that's where their voters are. They don't think that's where the caucus is. So this is what McCarthy has to manage. If he goes and attacks Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jim Jordan's going to be the minority leader in about 2 minutes here now. So he's stuck. And that's why you saw him flying down to Mar-a-Lago into Uday and Qusay Hussein's drawing room to meet with President Trump and suck up to him the other day.
David Plouffe, I heard some hand-wringing by Democrats over the weekend about not talking too much about MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, because it gives her too much oxygen, while others, and especially the weaponized Republicans in places like the Lincoln Project, say, no, make her the face of the Republican Party. Are you kidding? Embrace this. Go whole hog. Arguably, we're talking here tonight about AOC. She is a bigger than normal figure as a sophomore member of Congress because the Republicans, in part because obviously of her personal story, but also in part, Republicans chose to make her or try to make her the face of the Democratic Party. Where do you come down on this?
Well, first of all, Brian, I believe that Marjorie Taylor Greene is just at the front of the line. There's going to be dozens more just like her seeking congressional offices and statewide offices. The line of QAnon disciples. I agree with Tim. That is where most of the House caucus is. They much more side with her than a Kissinger. And I think that that's where so much of the energy is in the grassroots right now. First of all, and listen, there's a new video that comes out every day. Okay, it's newsworthy that we have a member of Congress. But I think what is newsworthy, she in and of herself is newsworthy. And I think it is not a stretch to say what she represents is where the energy of the Republican Party is today. And I would not hold my breath about Kevin McCarthy doing anything about her because he understands where a caucus is. He understands where Trump is. He understands where so much of the grassroots energy is. And ultimately, whether she becomes a symbol that actually moves votes in 2022, I'm not sure about that. But I do know what she's going to do is really provide a lot of incentive for people who believe the things she does to seek office. She is not going to be the exception. She may be more the rule as we look at 22.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.